All right, so that was a spectacular display of India's culture, heritage and military might in New Delhi. And joining me right now on the broadcast is our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor and also a consulting editor Major Arya with us. Good afternoon, both of you. Abhishek, to you first. It's been a spectacular display, one that makes us extremely proud today as we celebrate our 74th Republic Day.
Oh, absolutely. You know, ceremony and celebrations, livery and finery, everything there together. And of course, the ceremonials. Major, my good takeaways, the extraordinary representation of women in leadership role in the armed forces that was sort of showcased in that parade. And of course, the El-Sisi Prachand, I thought, makes us proud. Your two takeaways, Major, on this Republic Day from this March past.
Absolutely. Thank you, Abhishek. And my two takeaways are this: Atmanirbhar Bharat.
So Prachand is an indigenous platform. And this year we've had, and last year we've had a lot of wins in terms of INS Vikrant and other platforms also. So major. Second thing is the invitation of the Egyptian President El-Sisi. And this speaks about what Prime Minister Modi wants to do in the G20. This speaks about his vision for the global south, and saying that we will become the voice for those who are voiceless. India will lead countries, and India will represent those countries on the high table, countries that do not have that kind of diplomatic heft and the diplomatic reach. So I think it's a huge success for India.
Oh, absolutely. We soak in those visuals, and we are going to do that all day. Nupur, you know, let's begin with our Proud to be Indian segment. If you can introduce the guests and take it forward from here. Nupur.
Yes, absolutely. So this is a special broadcast called Proud to be Indian, and we begin with India's blind cricket team, who have made history after winning 3 international championships back-to-back against all odds.
India's blind cricket team has overcome all odds. Despite struggles and limitations, the team has been formidable and has given outstanding performances. In 2012, they won